Sounds good, Kelly. Thanks a lot. And during this coronavirus outbreak, a lot of families around the nation are just struggling.
So President Trump is trying to find a way to help. Matt is live this morning talking about the emergency aid package that the president recently signed. Matt, good morning.
Good morning to you. Really amazing when you think about it. It's actually one of 3 different bills really coming into the pipeline right now. And this is something all of us are following, regardless if we live and work here in downtown Indianapolis or in Kokomo or Muncie or really all points in between. So here's what we're learning right now. A live look at Washington, D.C., where lawmakers will be meeting today to vote or really tackle the issues of a third piece of this bill. That would include an emergency stimulus situation to help benefit all families. But you may remember the very first bill that was passed focused on vaccine research and development that got passed last week. But this morning, we're learning more about the Families First Coronavirus Response Act. That just got signed by President Trump late last night. Lawmakers passed this by an overwhelming margin of 90-8 over the weekend. And we're learning this does include free coronavirus testing for everyone. It also ensures paid emergency leave for those who are infected or caring for a family member with the illness. Now, the bill also provides critical aid, including Medicaid funding, food assistance, and unemployment benefits. Now, with that bill finished, today begins the work again on that bill that would really tackle funding and the stimulus package for all Americans. Again, that is the third and likely final part of this piece. And we know that will be debated today in Washington, D.C., a situation that continues to evolve. But in July, we'll be following it here in the day ahead.
All right, thanks a lot, Matt. You know, several Indiana college students are stranded overseas in Peru with really no way to get back because the president closed all the borders. The students are now in a mandatory quarantine, and our Karen Campbell shares their stories as they struggle to just get home.
These 3 Hoosiers among more than 1,000 Americans stuck in Peru. The Peruvian president closed borders and issued a 15-day quarantine after a coronavirus outbreak.
I'm working and doing everything I can to get back. They've shut the embassies here, though, so I can't even call the American embassy because the embassy is closed.
Abigail Smith from DePaul University, there for an internship.
As of today, if you are out past 8 p.m., between the hours of 8 p.m. and 5 a.m., you'll be arrested.
Kyle Hart, a 4th-year medical student at IU, there on a medical elective.
I was set to have match day this Friday, which is where we would find out where we're going to residency, and they canceled all the match day celebrations.
It is day 1 of the quarantine.
Michael Kuzma from Avon, vacationing with his college buddies. They were given about 24 hours to book a flight home.
We waited for 4.5 hours at the airport to talk to someone, a representative of one of the airlines, trying to see if we could buy a flight out.
They met other Americans and created an online contact sheet.
I go talk to the lady at the desk.
That list, when we checked it last, had 1,068 Americans with over 550 here in Cusco.
Their spirits remain high amid a time of uncertainty.
I think in these crisis situations, we keep each other comfortable, but we'd also be more comfortable if we were back in the U.S.
The U.S. Embassy in Peru said Americans stuck there should arrange for lodging for the duration of the quarantine period. Many of them say they're hoping borders will reopen so they can return to American soil. Karen Campbell, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Now, travel back home here in Indiana is also seeing a big change. As of yesterday, 6 Indiana counties were recommending these travel restrictions. So there is a yellow status and an orange status when it comes to those travel restrictions, but what does it actually mean? Well, a yellow status is an advisory. It's actually the lowest level and means routine travel or activities may be restricted in areas. Right now, Cass, Grant, and Howard counties are under that yellow status. Now, an orange status is a watch. It's the 2nd level and means only essential travel like to and from work or in emergency situations is recommended. Hancock, Marion, and Wayne counties are under that orange status.
And now these restrictions are in place for a reason. So IMPD is encouraging people to report any violations of COVID-19 restrictions in your city. So here's a reminder of those restrictions in place to stop the spread. Bars and restaurants are carry out only. Bars that don't serve food are closed. Gyms and fitness centers are closed. Entertainment venues are closed. Gatherings of more than 50 people are also prohibited. So if you see any violations, we do have the information on how you can report it on our website at WTHR.com.